Alright, so in this video I'm going to be teaching the routing for the empty summary category for the Hobbit PC. The category is currently only known to be possible on PC, but before I teach the route for this category, I'm going to have to give a kind of brief descriptor of how menu glitches work, how to activate them, and what the ideal controls are for performing categories with menu glitches. So basically, the main menu glitch that we're going to be using in this category is called menu duplication. And what that basically is duplicating menus behind the main game or behind other menus in order to achieve some kind of funny results. I'll go ahead and show off. Basically, if you go into this menu, which is the options menu, you get here by pressing escape. If you click this little exit box, you can see this box that pops up in front of it, which you're normally only supposed to be able to get rid of this box by clicking yes, which will bring you back to the menu, or clicking no, which will bring it back to here. Now, when I click this and click no or yes, it closes one of my menus, or it closes the menu that's open right now. So, that's how the menu closes. You're supposed to be able to close the menu like that. However, if you go in here and you open this, and then you press, let's say, Q to get to the quest log, because I opened the quest log without ever actually having closed the previous menu is still open. And that causes some kind of funny results here. Like, if I exit out of the quest log, I'm now not able to move, attack, jump, sneak, anything like that. Literally, the only thing I'm able to do in regards to gameplay is move the mouse left and right, which will cause Bilbo to turn left and right. But that's not actually really useful for anything. If I actually reopen the quest log menu, or any of the menus, then what I've done now is I've closed out that menu that I had duplicated and allowed myself to move around. Now, it's possible to duplicate more than one menu. If I do that, let's say that I use the quest log to duplicate this menu, and then I go back to the options screen. If I try to use the quest log again to duplicate it, I'm actually just going to close this out, which that doesn't really help me. Obviously, I'll open the quest log again to cancel out that menu that I have extra. If you want to duplicate more than one menu, basically you have to use at least two different options, which is really handy because you have the pause summary, you have the quest log, and you also have the inventory screen. Now, the inventory screen isn't super helpful for the case of menu glitch speedrunning, because from the inventory screen you actually have to navigate 2 pages back to the options menu, whereas from the quest log you only have to navigate 1 page back, and from the pause summary you only have to navigate 1 page back. You can also do that really conveniently by just pressing page up or page down. And because of that, the best controls that you can have for this category are to have your quest log key set to something close to your page up key, and your pause summary key set to something close to your page down key. In my case, the number lock key is directly under my page up key on my keyboard, and my slash key is directly under my page down key on my keyboard. So I have those set to quest log and pause summary. So if I want to duplicate menus, I can just go like this. I duplicated 6 options menus just now by doing that. And obviously, if I go to exit out this menu now, I'm not going to be able to play. I have to close out 6 menus in order to play. Just like that. And once again, you can close out menus just by opening other menus. So like if I do, let's say, 5 menu duplications, like that, then I can pretty easily cancel them out by just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'll be able to move again. Now all my menus that I had open are closed out, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. But we're not so much worried about the effort of duplicating menus just to have them open. There are other effects that duplicating menus can have, such as, and I'll go ahead and show some of the other menus that you can duplicate real quick. As far as I know, the 3 that are actually useful for this category are the options menu, which I've already shown off, which you can duplicate by going in here, switching the menus. But you can also duplicate a load game menu by selecting a file, clicking delete, and then switching, like I just did, either to the quest log or the pause summary, or obviously the inventory screen, but inventory screen is, I already explained why that's kind of irrelevant. The other type of menu you can duplicate is a save menu by doing basically the same thing, selecting a file, clicking delete to open up this box, and then switching menus. Now, the save menu is particularly helpful because if you have two menus duplicated, and one of them is the save menu, obviously I have a save menu and an options menu, both duplicated right now. If I exit the game by clicking this, what I've done now is I've canceled out the options menu that I had duplicated. So once I exit the game, there's still going to be a save menu duplicated. As you can see, save menu is still duplicated. It's just behind my main menu now. I have no way of interacting with it. But this has some funny side effects, such as if you carry over a save menu, you can actually use it to save in whatever level you've carried it over into, which is exactly what I did just now. I've made a save in Dreamworld, a level which you shouldn't be able to save in, but, I've done it anyway because I managed to carry the save menu over. There are a lot of useful effects that this is going to have in the category, but I do believe that it's necessary to have a basic understanding of how the glitches work before you go into trying to learn the category, so you understand what you are actually doing. Now, I will say there are going to be a lot of numbers that I'm going to be throwing at you. I would definitely recommend either writing these down or something like that. Take notes on the side, because otherwise this is going to get very complicated very fast, and it's really difficult to memorize all of the numbers that I'm going to be throwing. Because I'm going to be saying things like duplicate this many load menus and then duplicate this many options menus. So, with all of those warnings out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So obviously the goal of Empty Summary as a category is to complete the game getting nothing. So we're going to go ahead and start out the game. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually play Dreamworld and Unexpected Party kind of normally. Dreamworld, it doesn't really matter too much because all of the stats after Dreamworld get erased anyway. So for a category like Empty Summary, it doesn't really matter what you get in Dreamworld because it gets erased anyway. But for Unexpected Party, you might be surprised to see that we are actually going to be getting the chest and the courage point here, just because it's the fastest way to get through the house. The chest you have to get, which the chest also causes you to complete a quest, Find Walking Stick. So at this point, we have 5 courage points, 1 chest, and 1 quest. However, those aren't actually going to matter because of what I'm going to be doing next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate a save menu. I'm going to save an Unexpected Party so that I actually have a file to load or to select. I'm going to go ahead and select that file, and I'm going to duplicate a save menu. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate a pause menu or an options menu by doing that. Now, once again, if you use the quest log to duplicate the first one, then you have to use the pause summary to duplicate the second one. Otherwise, you'll just end up closing the menu. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit the game. You can see I've managed to carry over the save menu. I'm going to start a new game, skip the cutscene, and I'm going to go ahead and save here in Dreamworld. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be duplicating a load menu. And then I'm going to duplicate 11 of these menus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now what I'm going to do, and I'll go ahead and explain it first, so that I'm not trying to explain it while I'm doing it and getting caught up in the amount of time that I have. I'm going to exit the game, which is going to cancel one of those menus, so I'll have 10 of these menus stored. And then once I've done that, I'm going to start a new game. I'm going to skip the cutscene, and then during the Dreamworld intro cutscene, or the cutscene that plays at the beginning of Dreamworld, I'm going to load my Dreamworld save. Not my Unexpected Party save, but my Dreamworld save. Now, because I'm loading into Dreamworld, which is a level that I haven't done anything in, that means that in this save I haven't done anything in Unexpected Party either. So those things that I collected in my Unexpected Party on the other file don't count. The only reason that Unexpected Party does count toward the run is because that's technically when the run starts, when you select a new game for that other file. It does still count toward this file. So we're going to go ahead and exit the game. We're going to select new game. And once I select new game here, the menu isn't actually going to be usable at that moment. So I'm going to have to use page up and page down very briefly to switch menus as soon as I start my game and before I skip the cutscene. You do want to do it in that order, page up and then page down. If you do page down first, you will actually crash the game. So let me show that off real quick. Page up, page down. Skip the cutscene, select load, and then load your file. And what that's going to do is we've now bypassed Dreamworld and Unexpected Party. and gotten nothing. This next level is going to be a kind of similar thing, but it's going to be a little bit different. This one's actually a little bit easier. What we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and save and roast mutton. And you do usually want to save a new file. Either that or you can use quick save, but quick save actually has the potential to crash your game, so I wouldn't recommend that. I would actually recommend just saving new files every time. If you try to save over an old file, then you'll get this box, which will take a little bit of extra time. So obviously you do want to save a new file each time. But we're going to go ahead and save and roast mutton. And then what we're going to do, we're going to duplicate a load menu. And then we're going to duplicate 4 of the pause menus. And then we're going to reload roast mutton. Now what that's going to do for me is, once I load into here, I'm just going to skip straight past roast mutton and go straight to troll hole. Now that I'm in troll hole, I'm going to kind of do the same thing, except I'm going to do 8 duplications this time. So I'm going to save and roast mutton. Or, sorry, this is troll hole. I'm going to save in troll hole. I'm going to duplicate my load menu. I'm going to duplicate 8 of these menus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to exit the game, and I'm basically going to do the same thing that I did for the Dream World skip, except I'm going to do it for the troll hole save instead. So we're going to hit new game, page up, page down, skip the cutscene, load game, and load into our save. That's going to skip us straight past Overhill and Underhill and Riddles in the Dark. Or sorry, Troll Hole and Overhill and Underhill. We do still have to play Riddles in the Dark. Well, I guess play is an understatement. Obviously, we're going to save, and then we're going to do a bunch of duplications. In this case, it's 10, so duplicate the load menu. Duplicate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do the exit again. New game, page up, page down. Skip. Load game. Load into Riddles in the Dark. And this is going to bring us to Warm Welcome. After Warm Welcome, the run's actually going to be completely over. And I didn't mention it a second ago, but the way that I'm getting out of that text box when it loads in is I'm just pressing escape. And that causes me to skip the cutscene at the beginning of the level and also close out that menu that's open on top of the gameplay. But basically, we're going to save in Warm Welcome. And from here, we're going to do 11 dupes. So we're going to duplicate the load menu, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, exit game. New game, page up, page down, skip the cutscene, load game, load, and once you hit the final cutscene, it is the end of the run. And the game actually soft locks after that cutscene. It doesn't crash, like the game doesn't close, it just soft locks, so you kind of have to Alt F4 your way out of it from there. But that's basically the gist of the whole category. There is one little thing that you can do to make it a little bit faster that I didn't explain a moment ago. And that is after you do the page down, page up navigation, or page up, page down. My apologies. I don't know if I did the right number there, but we will try it. After you do this, you can actually just hover on load game and press enter. What that'll do is that'll select the load game menu and also skip the cutscene at the same time, so you can just go straight to loading your save. There we go. Yep, I got it. But that's a little bit of a faster way to do it. Again, if you have to remember the numbers, skipping Unexpected Party is easy. Carrying your save into Dreamworld is easy, I should say, because it's just a duplicated save menu and a duplicated pause menu. Or duplicated options menu, I guess. I'm alternating between calling it the pause menu and the options menu. But I'll go ahead and quick do another run, just to restate the numbers. Once again, once you are into Roast Mutton, the numbers are 11, 4, 8, 10, and 11. Or I guess once you're into Dreamworld. So once again, the whole route for the category is make it past Dreamworld. Just like that. Breeze through Unexpected Party. Save so you have a save to load. Duplicate your save menu. Duplicate your pause menu. Exit the game. new game, skip the cutscene, save in Dream World, use that to duplicate, and then 11 of these, exit game, new game, left, right, hit enter on load game, load your save, skip past those 2 levels, roast mutton, make a save, duplicate this 4 times, load your roast mutton save, and that brings you straight to Troll Hole. Use Troll Hole to warp to Riddles in the Dark using 8 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exit game, new game, left, right, load game, load save, and that brings you to Riddles in the Dark. Press escape to exit that out. Save here. Do 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exit game, new game, left, right, load game, load your save. Brings you to Warm Welcome. The only other thing is you don't want to collect the training scroll in here, because the training scroll technically counts against empty summary. So you're not allowed to collect the training scroll. And then 11 here. 8, 9, 10, 11. Exit game, new left, right, load your save. And then once again, that ends the run. So that's the whole tutorial.